There are plenty of reasons why folks nearing the age of retirement might consider relocating long distances from their current residence. Some might want to be closer to family, others might be trying to cut down on living costs, while others might want to retire to a warmer climate. Typical factors considered are things like cost of living and taxes, quality of life factors like availability of doctors, crime rate, and air quality, and most importantly, susceptibility to natural disasters and climate change. In this video, we're going to compare and contrast a bunch of locations we feel are the best places to enjoy your retirement in 2021. Annapolis, Maryland. Surrounded by water on 3 sides, including the Chesapeake Bay, this lovely state capital city is especially attractive to retirees who enjoy activities like boating, fishing, and kayaking. You can even find dozens of boating schools there if you're looking to brush up on your nautical knowledge. You might also be pleased to hear there's a strong volunteering culture in Annapolis. At an elevation of just 40 feet above sea level, it's very walkable and bikeable with decent air quality. According to FEMA, it's also at very low risk from natural hazards and disasters. The only downside to living here is the serious crime is a bit above the national average. It's also worth noting Maryland has both a state estate and inheritance tax. On the other hand, it does exempt Social Security benefits and a certain amount of private pension income and withdrawals from your 401k from the state income tax. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Viewcation. And don't go anywhere, we've still got a bunch more retirement-worthy cities and towns to show you. Ann Arbor, Michigan. There are many reasons why retiring to this bustling college town 30 miles west of Detroit is a decent option. For one thing, you can spend your free time continuing to learn at one of the nation's top-tier colleges, University of Michigan. Ann Arbor boasts a rich arts and culture scene as well as a world-class dining scene. If you like hitting the links, the city has over 70 golf courses within 20 miles. It also has a fairly high ratio of physicians and healthcare providers per capita. Coupled with having good air quality and being a fairly walkable and bikeable city, Ann Arbor is an excellent choice for health-conscious retirees. Serious crime is low, and so is the risk of natural hazards and being impacted significantly by climate change. The elevation is 850 feet and air quality is decent. Michigan doesn't have a state income tax on Social Security income, and they also offer a partial break on other forms of retirement income. The only downside is the climate. Winters can get pretty cold in Ann Arbor. So if you have easily inflamed joints, you might want to look elsewhere. Asheville, North Carolina. If you're a lover of the great outdoors, then lush forests, green parks, brisk whitewater, and exceptional hiking trails await you in this scenic city in the majestic Blue Ridge Mountains region of western North Carolina. Asheville has a ton of volunteering opportunities, and doctors are plentiful. The air quality there is also particularly nice. The main city is extremely bikeable, and the elevation is right around 2,100 feet, which makes most summers fairly mild. There is fortunately no state income tax on Social Security benefits in North Carolina, nor is there a state estate tax. According to data provided by FEMA, Asheville is only at moderate risk for natural hazards, but the one thing that might deter you from settling here is the serious crime rate, which is above the national average. Boulder, Colorado. Just 30 miles northwest of Denver is Boulder, a mountain town that sits at the center of a large recreational open space adjacent to the Rockies, sitting at an elevation of 5,400 feet. Outdoor activities here are plentiful. If you enjoy things like hiking, biking, climbing, or fishing, Boulder might be the mountain haven you're looking for. The University of Colorado also calls its home Boulder. There lies a thriving art, culture, and culinary scene, which allows seniors to sit in and audit courses at an affordable cost. Boulder is a very walkable and bikeable town with a pretty low serious crime rate. Since it's nestled in the mountains, the air quality is fairly good, and there's no shortage of doctors to provide you with your necessary medical care. Volunteering is pretty much a way of life in Boulder, and there is no state estate tax. But Colorado does tax Social Security benefits. Boulder also has a favorable rating with the FEMA National Risk Index, so it's a fairly safe place to live if you're concerned about natural hazards. Fayetteville, Arkansas. The University of Arkansas offers one of the best deals to be found. Senior citizens can receive free tuition and fee waivers at the school's flagship campus in this city, in the Ozarks located just 200 miles northwest of Little Rock. If education isn't necessarily what you're looking for, Fayetteville also has an extensive network of parks and waterways in this scenic region, perfect for outdoor activities like hiking, fishing, and boating. And if you're a golfer, the city has 21 golf courses within a 30-mile radius. The elevation of Fayetteville is 1,400 feet, and there are plenty of physicians in the area to meet your needs. The air quality is good, but unfortunately the serious crime rate is above the national average. On the financial side, you'll be happy to learn there's no state estate tax, and Social Security benefits and a percentage of pension income is not taxed by the state government. Iowa City, Iowa. If you're interested in continuing your education, this classic college town, just 115 miles east of Des Moines, might be interesting to you. The University of Iowa provides a variety of lifelong learning opportunities to help keep your mind sharp and your options open as you enjoy your well-earned retirement. Iowa City is also notable for being honored as a UNESCO City of Literature. The elevation is 700 feet, the air quality is good, and the serious crime rate is low. Doctors are plentiful, and there are a variety of medical specialists and centers in the region to fit your every need. Iowa City is fairly bikeable and somewhat walkable, so getting around shouldn't be that difficult. The state does not tax Social Security benefits, and a partial tax break is given for pension income. Another big plus is the state does not impose an estate tax. FEMA considers Iowa City to be at relatively low risk of natural hazards and disasters. Portland, Maine. This coastal medium-sized city is only 100 miles north of Boston. There you can find a wide range of aquatic and land recreational activities like kayaking, boating, rafting, cross-country skiing, hiking, and cycling. The culinary scene in Portland is phenomenal, especially if you're a fan of fresh fish and lobster. Portland, Maine, unlike the other Portland on the opposite side of the country, has a low serious crime rate. Your healthcare access won't be something you'll have to wrestle with either, as doctors are abundantly available. The city is also easily maneuverable on foot or bike, and the air quality is exceptionally good. The elevation is 60 feet, seeing how it's a city built on the coastline. There's no state income tax on Social Security benefits, and there's no state estate tax to worry about. FEMA also considers Portland to be fairly safe in terms of natural hazard risk and climate change impact. Tucson, Arizona. Tucson is a golf lover's utopia. There are more than 40 golf courses in or around the city. Tucson is only 70 miles from Mexico, which means you can always take a quick trip to the border to satiate any desire to shake things up culturally. The University of Arizona offers a handful of lifelong learning opportunities while hosting a robust art and culture scene. The natural beauty around Tucson is gorgeous. The surrounding Sonoran Desert and mountains are perfect for hiking, off-roading, and other land-based activities. Tucson has a high ratio of physicians per capita and very good air quality. At 2,600 feet above sea level, it's a very bikeable town and at least somewhat walkable. It has an impressive public transportation system. There are no state taxes on Social Security benefits, but the bad news is the city not only has a higher than average serious crime rate, but it has also been designated by FEMA as being at a relatively high natural risk due to factors like heat, drought, lightning, and potential river flooding. Walla Walla, Washington. Walla Walla might have a funny name, but it's a heck of a great place to retire, especially if you're a big wine drinker. In the region surrounding the quaint rural town, there are more than 120 wineries. As such, Walla Walla has a lively fine dining scene. It's about 260 miles southeast of Seattle, and the surrounding area is especially favorable for outdoor activities like hiking and biking. You'll be glad to know Walla Walla has a high ratio of doctors per capita, and it has decent air quality and lower than average serious crime rate. Getting around town is fairly easy. It's somewhat walkable and very bikeable. The elevation is 950, and there's no state income tax whatsoever. But Washington does have an estate tax. FEMA rates the natural hazard risk in Walla Walla as very low, so you won't have to worry about things like flooding or rampant wildfires. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we leave any cities out? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.